What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video here at The Bad Philosopher. I'm Rick Knight, just introducing my new mascot for the channel, my pet snake. Meet Rufus. Say hi, Rufus. This is a ball python. He's still a hatchling. I bought him from a co-worker of mine who's a breeder. He breeds all different types of reptiles. Mainly snakes, really, is his expertise. So I'm looking through YouTube, and let me try not to speak too loud. I'm looking through YouTube. I recently posted a video of feeding time for Rufus. I'm looking through other videos of people who are feeding their ball pythons and learning more about how to keep these type of snakes and how to care for them and stuff like that. And I noticed there's a ton of people that really, the animal people. I mean, I'm an animal person too. I'm all for animal rights, and I'm not into abusing animals or anything like that. But I see a lot of people, they just can't handle the fact that people own snakes and people breed snakes, and they're so upset about that. And they're like, well, the reason why they're so upset is because the snake has to eat, right? So this guy, what do you think he eats? Because he doesn't eat salads, right? He's not really a vegetarian. He's not into fruits and vegetables. He's not a soup kind of snake. He likes rodents. He likes mice and rats. I mean, this is pretty obvious. Everyone pretty much knows that about snakes, is that they eat meat, right? They're meat eaters. So what do? I buy rodents, I drop it in the cage, I do live feedings, and he eats them. So people have a big problem with that. Mainly they think it's inhumane to breed snakes, and now you have to feed them live food, you have to feed them mice, so now mice and rats and stuff like that have to die for them to eat. So we breed the mice and we breed the rats and we breed whatever rodent that we're gonna feed, and then we feed them to the snake, and it's this vicious cycle. This is what people have a problem with. But as I see these comments and I jump in and I try to communicate with people, and the conversation always stops when I ask them if they have a pet, if they have a cat or a dog or a bird or anything. Well, forget about a bird, but if they have a cat, or if they have a dog, if they have fish, if they have anything like that. So let's understand something. If you are against people keeping reptiles because you don't want them to be fed live food, you don't want to have to kill an animal for the snake to eat, then you really wouldn't want to get a dog, especially if you get a special breed dog. This dog is being bred with the purpose of having someone who wants that particular type of breed bring that dog home, and then have 10 to 15 years of pleasure of having this beautiful animal with you. Guess what? Dogs don't eat salads, fruits, and vegetables either. They don't eat soup. They eat meat. They're meat eaters, and you have to feed them dog food. And this dog food, where does this dog food come from? What is this dog food? Yes, we breed cows and chickens and pigs and fish, and all kinds of animals are bred and then used to not only feed us, but to feed your cat and your dog. So if you have a problem with me or with anyone owning this particular type of pet, then you should have a problem with people owning cats, dogs, or any animal that eats meat. Maybe I should buy a cow and just feed the cow grass, right? Maybe I should just get that type of animal that only eats grass. I'll get like a bunch of sheep, let them run around my house, right? Because I don't have to feed them any meat. They could just eat. I'll just grow grass throughout my apartment and let them just, eat grass, and that's it. That's the only, humane way of having a pet. But the truth of the matter is, most of the pets that we keep here in our home, they eat meat, and they have to be fed meat. So if you have a problem with people owning reptiles, then you should have a problem with people owning cats or dogs. Let's be serious. I think really what the issue is the way the snakes eat, being that they eat live meat. It is something shocking to watch. I still don't like it to this day because, I'm human and I love animals, and I see the rat or the mouse running around in there, and then once the snake gets him and wraps around him and starts strangling the animal, and you see that the animal is suffering, it is shocking, and it does hit you here. It does bother you. I mean, I do love animals. I don't want to see an animal suffer. But the fact of the matter is, the same food that your cat or dog is eating, we don't get to see that animal suffered before they were stuffed into a can for your dog or cat to enjoy. The same thing if we eat meat. As human beings, we do eat meat. We are meat eaters. Some of us are vegetarians. I'm not. I had a nice chicken cutlet earlier today. We eat meat, and animals have to die in order for us to eat and to survive. So this is just the cycle of life. This is just how things go. If you have a problem with that, then I don't know what to tell you, but you will find a lot of contradictions in your problem that you have with people owning snakes. You would really have to take the position of no pets at all, which is fine. If you just say we shouldn't own these pets, we shouldn't breed them, and we should eventually just let the ones we have die out, and no more having pets in captivity. They should be left out into the wild. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I also don't disagree with people that say, no, F that, I want to have a pet. I mean, I had a cat my entire life. I had 2 cats my whole life. Both of them lived to be an old age until they got old and sick, and I had to put them to sleep. I'm an animal guy. I love animals. Unfortunately, I don't have the time that needs to be dedicated to owning a dog. I wish I could have a dog. I can't. I wish I owned a big house and I could move to the countryside and I could get a horse. Horses are beautiful. But that's just not in the cards. But a snake is an easy animal to take care of. He's doing very well in my tank. And that's it. I pick him up and hold him every single day. I feed him once a week. That's it. I keep his tank clean, and he's a very, very, very easy animal to maintain. It doesn't really cost me any extra time in my life to take care of this guy. And that's it. I'm a pet guy. I like to have pets. I love animals and love to have an animal in my home. And I agree with people on my side of the aisle, obviously, who are pet people. And I understand if you think that nobody should have a pet, but the truth of the matter is we have a right to own pets, and pets have to eat. So if you have a problem with this little guy feeding, then you should have a problem with Fido feeding. So that's it. Hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. If you have any experience at all with dealing with these type of animals, let me know in the comments section. Give me some advice, some helpful hints, some tips, anything you can, any suggestions you can make on what's the best way to care for them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Say bye, Rufus.